I'm the master of the clocks. I breed the clocks. I need the clocks. It is time. Ha 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 ha. It's always time. I'm Father Time, silly. Oh. I make the clocks, I beat the clocks, I know all about the clocks. I design time, I have a time machine, it's in my backyard. I know all about time. Yeah, at 6:30 you're going to die, because I am time and I do whatever I want with the time. Oh, where does the time go? I make funny jokes about the time. So, I will tell you a little tale of mine about when I woke up one day and there was no time. Time had seemed slipped through my grasp. I had to go over to Walgreens and ask them what happened to the time. They checked their clocks and there was nothing there. It's as if time had never existed. It's like I had gotten double-fisted by God. He's my brother. So I went over to Walmart and I looked in their clock aisle and I was beguiled because there was no clocks in the clock aisle. What? So I went to their manager and I said, "Where is the clocks?" And they said, "What is a clock?" Gasp. I was very upset at this point. So I went to my old trusty sundial. And what ho? There was no sun either! So I went up into the sky like a rocket. And it was very dark. So I had to use my keen sense of smell to find my way to what used to be the sun. But now it was a black rock with no color. And I used my flashlight to examine the rubble. And that's when it hit me. I had a match in my pocket. So I struck that match against my rock-hard abs. And hold on, let me keep my composure. Yes. So I struck it against my abs. Boom! Lit up in flames. Flames bigger than Mercury or Venus. But not as big as the sun, of course. Silly. So I dropped that flaming match on the fucking rock. And boom, 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 puff, puff, puff. That rock ate it up. So I had to try another strategy. I reached into my back pocket, and there was a flamethrower, bigger than a rocket. I shot it multiple times at that rock. My feet got a little burnt. I'm not going to lie. But it almost seemed to do the trick. But then I remembered I needed a little lick of gasoline before I used the flamethrower on the sun. So I went over to my son. Son time. Get it? Because I'm father time, so he's my son. And then I asked him, son, do you have any big jugs of gasoline laying around? You maybe just happen to have some big jugs of gasoline. And he's a bit of a pyro. So yes, he did. So I grabbed them off the shelf. And it was bigger than my whole arm. It was actually... Then that I heard an alarm in my head. Because I knew that if I continue on this journey, I will reset time. Time will be back if I light the sun ablaze. So I flew back over to the sun with my keen sense of smell, like I said before. And what have you? I jumped all of the gasoline all over the sun. But then I realized my flamethrower tank was empty. Sad face. Sad emoji. Frown emoji. It's okay. That's just what I texted to my son when I found out the bad news. Then I sent him a gif of this old guy doing a funny dance. And we had our lols and our ruffles. And then I came to my senses for the third time. I realized that I could just grab 2 sticks and rub them together really fast to ignite the light on the sun with the gasoline. I remembered being a Boy Scout when I was younger, and we had to do the same thing. So that's exactly what I did. I'll grab the 2 sticks I just happened to have with me, of course. And I rubbed it together as fast as I could. And that's when I realized the 2 sticks were actually my legs. Because I have little stick legs that I don't ever walk or run. I only fly. But I was like, okay, that's fine. I don't need these little things. And I grabbed them. They're like little pirate legs. You take them off and you rub them together. And guess what happened next? One spark led to another. And 1 hour later, the sparks were flying like crazy.
I can't do it anymore.
Keep going. Yes, crazy. You know. And then I checked them into the spark psychologist. Because we can't have any crazy sparks around here. No. So they had their meetings, they had their sessions, and after a few months, the sparks were no longer crazy. But maybe they were never crazy in the first place. They were just a little unhinged, you know what I'm saying? So, after that whole encounter, the sparks were reasonable, and they did what I asked them to do, which was light the sun. I mean, such a simple task. I mean, I shouldn't even have to ask them. They should just do it. So, after they lit the sun, slowly, the sun started regaining its fuel, its fire, if you know what I'm saying. I think you know what I'm saying. And what would you have? The sun was brighter than it was once before. And as Father Time, I'm very, 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 very happy because I saw that sun grow up from a very small pebble. Because I was there in the forming of the stars. You know, stars are just suns. Did you know that? And anyways, I flew down to Earth to see if time had been restored and the clocks recaptured by the people. So, you know, I went over to Target. I asked the managers there, did they hear of any new updates on the clock situation? And they said, I don't know, you can go ask the tech department. So I went. You know, I walked swiftly. And what did they tell me? What did they tell me? They told me two things. Very surprising things. They told me that one of their fellow co-workers was off to use the toilet, and maybe he knew of the answer I searched for. And the other thing they told me was that Pizza Hut closes at 9 p.m. That brought great amazement to my mind, because if they knew about what a 9 p.m. was, or were, or what have you, then that must mean that the time had been brought back into their lives, into the very fabric of their being. So, just to double check, I went into the Target's bathroom and I asked the man through the stall door, does he know where the clock aisle is in Target? He said, get out of here, I'm trying to take a dumper. I said, oh, my apologies. So I stepped outside and I waited a couple minutes. He came out refreshed. And he was happy to tell me the information that I asked for. He pointed me to the direction of the clock aisle. And when I got there was no clock in sight. Oh, very strange news. So I walked out of Target very, very, very confused. But I remembered Pizza Hut closes at 9 p.m. Maybe they know. So I walked step after calm, precise step. And I walked up to the counter at this Pizza Hut. A hut of pizza. It's not really a hut though, it's more of a building. A hut does not have closed in structured, very sturdy materials. No, it does not. A hut is a hut. It's not I told them, I walked in there and I said, this is not a hut. I mean, seriously. And they said, yes, we know, we're very sorry about that. Sorry about the misunderstanding. Anyways, so then I asked them, why do you talk in my accent? Are you mocking me? And they said, no, I am just from another time. Whoa. I said, another time, you say? So you know about this thing, huh? Time? You know about this thing? And they said, oh, yes, I do. Know it like my best friend. Like the back of my hand. And I said, wait a second, you're me from the past. I must have traveled back in time when I went to the sun. And they said, yes, you did. Because I took my time machine and I saw that in the future. Now, at this point, I was bewildered. The future, they know about the past, they know about the future. They're me. This is all crazy nonsense. And you know what happened next? I awoke from my slumber. And I looked to my left at my nightstand. It was 9 p.m. Pizza Hut was closed.
That's not, dude.